events, folks. They're guaranteed. They're guaranteed to drive you crazy. Right, so chapter 69. The great sage Narada. This is a fantastic chapter. This is a very, very enlightening chapter where Swangsha, Krishna's Swangsha aspect is explained very clearly. So let's start with Prakash Prabhu, and then we'll carry on with Namrata and Nikunj Bhai.
Chapter 69. The great sage Narada visits the different homes of Lord Krishna. When the great sage Narada heard that Lord Krishna had married 16,000 wives after he had killed a demon Narakasura, sometimes called Baumasura, he was astonished that Lord Krishna had expanded himself into 16,000 forms and married these wives simultaneously in different palaces. Being inquisitive as to how Krishna was managing his household affairs with so many wives, Narada, desiring to see these pastimes, set out to visit Krishna's different homes. When Narada arrived in Dwarka, he saw gardens and parks full of various flowers of different colors, and also orchards all loaded with variety of fruits. Beautiful birds were chirping, and peacocks crowned delightfully. There were ponds full of blue and red lotus flowers, and some of these ponds were filled with varieties of lilies. The lakes were full of nice swans and cranes, and the voices of these birds resounded everywhere. In the city, there were as many as 900,000 great palaces built on first-class marble, with gates and doors made of silver. The pillars of the houses and palaces were bedecked with jewels such as touchstone, sapphire, and emerald, and the floors gave off a beautiful luster. The highways, lanes, streets, crossing, and marketplace were all beautifully decorated. The whole city was full of residential homes, assembly homes, and temples, all of different architectural beauty. All of these made Dwarka glowing city. The big avenues, crossing lanes and streets, and also the threshold of every residential house were very clean. On both sides of every path there were bushes, and at regular intervals there were large trees that shaded the avenue so that the sunshine would not bother the passerby.
Beautiful. What a description. Unless we hear these descriptions of exquisite beauty in detail, then our imagination can't stretch, you see. So this is a value of hearing from the Shastra, from the authority Shastra, how beautiful Dwarka is. It still exists. Dwarka is not some place that happened a few thousand years. It's happening right now. The Dwarka city is there right now, but it's in another Brahmanda. Right now, Krishna is entering Dwarka. Right now, Krishna is doing something in his Leela, in his Dwarka Leela. Right now, at this very moment. This is called Nitya Leela. And the explanation of this in the Shastra is like the sun. If you look at the sun, at every moment on this planet, the sun is rising. So if you have one of those clocks with different timings, you'll see right now, the sun somewhere, Japan, Australia, somewhere, the sun is rising right now. And if you look another place, another part of the universe, or sorry, of this planet, in another hour, the sun is rising somewhere else. And you have a look at so the sun is constantly rising. So Krishna's Leela is constantly going on somewhere. So that's why we call it Nitya Leela. Hence, at a certain point of spiritual maturity, we're able to enter into Krishna's Leela at any time, because it's constantly going on. So a little addition there to that. So carry on, Namrata.
Hare Krishna. In this greatly beautiful city of Dwarka, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, had many residential quarters. The great kings and princesses of the world used to visit these palaces just to worship him. The architectural plans were made personally by Vishwakarma, the engineer of the demigods, and in construction of the places he exhibited all his talents and ingenuity. These residential quarters numbered more than 16,000, and different queen of Lord Krishnas resided in each of them. The great sage Narada entered one of these houses and saw that the pillars were made of coral and the ceilings were bedecked with jewels. The wall, as well as the arches between the pillars, glowed from the decorations of different kinds of sapphires. Throughout the palace were many canopies made by Vishwakarma that were decorated with strings of pearls. The chairs and the other furnitures were made of ivory and bedecked with gold and diamonds, and jeweled lamps dissipated the darkness within the palace. There was so much incense and fragrant gum burning that the scented fumes were coming out of the windows. The peacocks sitting on the steps became illusioned by the fumes, mistaking them for clouds, and began dancing jubilantly. There were many maid servants, all of whom were decorated with gold necklaces, bangles, and beautiful saris. There were also many men servants, nicely dressed in cloaks and turbans and jeweled earrings. Beautiful as they were, the servants were all engaged in the different household duties.
Wow, what a scenario. Carry on, Prabhu, Nakunj Bhai.
Hare Krishna. Narada saw that Lord Krishna was sitting with Rukmini Devi, the mistress of the particular palace, who was holding the handle of Kamara whisk. Even though there were many thousands of maidservants equally beautiful and qualified and of the same age, Rukmini Devi personally was engaged in fanning Lord Krishna. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, worshipped even by Narada. Yet as soon as Krishna saw Narada enter the palace, he got down immediately from Rukmini's bedstead and stood up to honor him. Lord Krishna is the teacher of the whole world, and in order to instruct everyone how to respect a saintly person like Narada Muni, he bowed down, touching his helmet to the ground. Not only did Krishna bow down, but he also touched the feet of Narada, and with folded hands requested him to sit on his chair. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality, worshipped by all devotees. He is the most worshipable spiritual master of everyone. The Ganges water which emanates from his feet sanctifies the three worlds. All qualified Brahmanas worship him, and therefore he is called Brahmanya Deva.
Brahmanya Deva, that's from the Vishnu Purana, one shloka. Namo Brahmanya Devaya. Let's all do it together. Are you ready, Jigna?
Hare Krishna, yes.
Ramesh Bhai?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, please repeat. Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Do Brahman Hitaya Cha.
Do Brahmane Hitaya Cha.
Jagad Hitaya Krishnaya.
Jagat Hitaya
Krishnaya.
Sorry, Jagad Hitaya Krishnaya.
Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namaha.
That's a beautiful shloka from the Vishnu Purana. And this shloka is used by Vaishnavas because it's such an exalted, beautiful verse. We use this verse when we're offering our bhojan to the deities or to a picture of the Lord. We offer this mantra. Well, it's like a mantra. It's as good as a mantra. And we offer this shloka 3 times to the Lord. And it's basically, I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Shri Krishna, who is the well-wisher of the cows and the Brahmins. He is the protector, Jagat Hitaya. He is the protector of all the universes, Jagat Hitaya, Krishnaya, and therefore I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. That is the gist of the prayer. It's a beautiful prayer. We offer 3 times daily. Sometimes we're offering bhojan 2 or 3 times. So this mantra, to me, it's like a mantra because I do it so many times. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitai Krishnai Govindai Namo Namaha. Namo Brahmanya Devai. This is when we're offering the bhojan to the Lord. Who's chanting this prayer at the moment? Oh, Namrata is there.
Yes.
Jigna?
Yes.
Ramesh Bhai. Ramesh Bhai,
Yes,
are you chanting this one?
Prabhu.
Yes?
Yes.
And how about Jai Prakash Prabhu? No? Oh, hey, we've got a lazy one here, everyone. Hey, a lazy accountant. Okay, this is for offering. Who's offering the bhojan in your home then? You're offering. All right, Jai, how are you offering the food?
Well, I don't. My wife does. But
See, I told you he's lazy. Lazy man.
you can't offer the food twice, though, can you?
But don't you ever offer anything to Krishna?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes. I mean,
so the prayer is this one. So check it out and learn the shloka. You know, it's a beautiful verse, and this is highly recommended. In fact, it says in the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the story of Gajendra, in the history of Gajendra, who was attacked by a crocodile. In his previous life, Gajendra was Maharaj Indrajumna. And he had in his difficulty, he remembered some very nice shlokas at a certain point, Gajendra, and he offered those verses to Lord Vishnu, and he appeared and saved him. So it's very highly recommended to learn some shloka. Is it okay? So whenever you can, learn this one. Can you say it for us, Namrata, please?
Om Namo Brahmanaya
Namo Brahmanya
Brahmane Hitaya Cha Jagat Dhitya Krishna Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Nikunj Bhai, go ahead.
I
fast.
usually say it from a mobile.
Look, let's ask Jigna to do it. Sheila been doing this for a while. Go on, Jigna.
Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya. Oh gosh. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Govindaya Namo Namaha.
That's not bad. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagad Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. So Hitaya comes up twice in this one. Hitaya Cha, Jagad Hitaya. So he's the protector. Hitaya means the protector. He is looking after.
I've got it here.
Yo, go on.
Namo Brahmanaya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Kha Jagat Ditaya
No. A C in Sanskrit is cha.
Cha Jagat Ditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Okay, so Prakash, Jai Prakash and Nikunj Bhai, and make sure you know this one. This is such an important verse.
Is it possible to post this on the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I'll get it up there for you. Or somebody can do it. I mean, you guys.
I can do it right now.
Go on, Namrata. She'll sort it out.
On the WhatsApp group?
This is
Or
such an important sloka. And there's obviously there's the prayers to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Chaitanya Namane Tora Trishe Namaha. This is prayers to Lord Chaitanya. And this is how we're offering the food to the Lord. Prayers to Sri Guru. If you haven't got a Diksha Guru, then you offer to Prabhupada, your Shiksha Guru. And then by offering to Prabhupada, gradually an arrangement will be made by divine providence for you to get a Diksha Guru who solidifies your relationship with the Shiksha Guru. So we have Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna, etc. Then we have Namo Maha Vadanyaya, written by Srila Rupa Goswami in praise of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. beautiful verse. And then we have Namo Brahmanya Devaya. Okay, so let's welcome Alex. Hare Krishna, Alex.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. All right, Jigna, carry on. Brahmanya means
Brahmanya means one who fully possesses the Brahmanical qualifications, which are said to be as follows: truthfulness, self-control, purity, master of the senses, simplicity, full knowledge by practical application, and engagement in devotional service. Lord Krishna possesses all these qualities, and he is worshipped by persons who themselves possess such qualities. There are thousands and millions of names of Lord Krishna, Vishnu Sahasranama, and all of them are given to him because of his transcendental qualities.
Ramesh Bhai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Lord Krishna in Dwarka enjoyed the pastime of the perfect human being. Therefore, when he washed the feet of the sage,
Ramesh Bhai, is
Narada,
the paragraph before that.
all right,
Brahman,
There are thousands.
Lord Krishna in Dwarka enjoyed the pastime of a
No.
perfect, no?
before that.
Oh yeah, Brahmanya means one who fully possesses the Brahmanical qualification, which are said to be as follow: truthfulness.
No, he's
So-
already done this one. Watch
Yeah,
what?
Jigna is done already.
Yes, he's done this one, Prabhu.
Yeah, so Lord Krishna in Dwarka enjoyed the pastime of the perfect human being. Therefore, when he washed the feet of the sage Narada and took the water on his head, Narada did not object, knowing well that the Lord did so to teach everyone how to respect saintly person. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is the original Narayana, an internal friend of all living entities. Thus, worship the sage Narada according to Vedic regulative principle, welcoming him with sweet nectarian words. He addressed Narada a Bhagwan, or one who is self-sufficient, possessing all knowledge, renunciation, strength, fame, beauty, and other similar opulence. He particularly asked Narada, "What can I do in your service?"
Thank you very much, Prabhu. And yeah, Lord Krishna is offering, great respect to Narada ji, and he is taking the water from his feet, lotus feet, and sprinkling it on his head. And sometimes the guru, we take Chanamrit also. Sometimes we bathe the guru's lotus feet, and sometimes we can even drink that, because this activity of great respect, offering great respect, the activity itself is purifying, because the Lord is called Nirahankar. Nirahankar. Who can tell me what that means? Nirahankar.
Ignorance? Ignorance?
No, Nirahankara.
Egoless.
Egoless, without false ego. It's the false ego that creates this false pride. There's nothing wrong with pride, damba, or we call it abhiman. There's pride itself, in and of itself, is not a bad thing. It's like self-esteem. Where the problem comes in is that we have a false pride. We become proud of our false position in this world, or falsely proud. So Prabhupada was very proud of his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta, and he was very proud to be Lord Krishna's servant. This is real pride. We're not against pride. Sometimes people say, oh, devotees are prideless. We have no false pride. The ahankar means that we're identifying with this body, we're identifying with the place of birth, we're identifying with our external family or financial situations. This is a false pride. So Lord Krishna, he's completely free from the false ego or false pride. And therefore, Lord Krishna himself could very easily worship Lord Sri Narada, the great spiritual master of the universe. Sri Narada is the guru of Sri Vyasadeva. So this is very great. And when Lord Krishna was at the Rajasuya Yagya of Maharaj Yudhishthir, when Yudhishthir Maharaj wanted to perform the Rajasuya Yagya, which involved a lot of, therefore Arjuna got the name Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya was earned by Arjuna by collecting a lot of money, funds, wealth for the Rajasuya Yagya. And during this Rajasuya Yagya, all the Pandavas took the different seva. Draupadi, she took the seva of looking after the elderly people. Bhima, he headed straight for the kitchen. Straight for the kitchen, Bhima. He loved cooking. He liked cooking it and he liked eating it. Vrikodara and the different others were engaged. Different Arjuna was engaged. But Krishna, what was his engagement? What was his seva? Krishna's seva was to wash the feet of the guests. Nirahankara. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, took the seva of washing the feet of the guests. Now just imagine, this is God here, Bhagawan. God is washing your feet. Charnaravinda Prabhu, just imagine, Bhagawan, Krishna is washing your feet when you come to the Rajasuya Yagya. It's incredible how Krishna has no ahankar. Now, if people ask me to wash someone's feet, I'd be thinking, well, maybe, maybe I'll wash their feet. No, what's their qualification here? That's because I'm proud. Proudy, ahankar is there. It's a contamination in the heart.
I washed Prabhupada once.
That's easy to do. But Krishna is washing the guests' feet, you see. And here Krishna is actually washing Narad's feet. He's worshipping and sprinkling the water on his head. So he's showing by the example how we should offer respects to the great Vaishnav spiritual masters. Okay, well, Chandravinda Prabhu, do you have the book?
I don't know.
Okay, let's ask Alex to continue reading, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Narada replied, my dear Lord, this kind of behavior by your Lordship is not at all astonishing, for you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Master of all species of living entities. You are the supreme friend of all living entities, but at the same time, you are the supreme chastiser of the miscreants and the envious. I know that your Lordship was descended to this earth for the proper maintenance of the whole universe. Your appearance, therefore, is not forced by any other agency. By your sweet will only, you agree to appear and disappear. It is my great fortune that I have been able to see your lotus feet today. Anyone who becomes attached to your lotus feet is elevated to the supreme position of neutrality and is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. My Lord, you are unlimited. There is no limit to your opulences. Great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are always busy placing you within their hearts and meditating upon you. The conditioned souls who have now been put into the blind well of material existence can get out of this eternal captivity only by accepting your lotus feet. Thus, you are the only shelter of all conditioned souls. My dear Lord, you have very kindly asked that you can do what you can do for me. In answer to this, I simply request that I may not forget your lotus feet at any time. I do not care where I may be, but I pray that I can constantly be allowed to remember your lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Okay, that paragraph was about Lord Krishna's lotus feet. And of course, by seeing the lotus feet of the Lord, we see in the mandir, we are seeing the deity of the Lord. And it's recommended that when we take darshan of the deity, we look at the lotus feet of the Lord first. And then gradually, after spending some time meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, which is always decorated with beautiful tulsi patras there, and manjaris at the feet of the Lord, where the Shanak and Sanatan and the 4 Kumaras, they became liberated from Brahman realization or impersonalism by just seeing and smelling the beautiful tulsi leaves offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. And then by seeing this, we come to the point of neutrality. Now, neutrality in spiritual life means shantaras, if you want to know. Shantaras means that we are not engaged in any particular relationship with Krishna. We're in neutrality, shantaras. Examples of neutrality are, who can give me an example of neutrality or shantaras?